Hey everyone, this is Foxmation. If you remember me, I made a lot of Sonic stop-motion animations back in the day. I'm helping my friends on the Cookie Crew channel to make some content, and one special short that I wanted to create was a movie Sonic vs. Movie Shadow animation. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing some behind the scenes of my workflow and the process of how I made this short. I found the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie 2.5-inch figure pack, and after paying for it, I ran out of there and wanted to make an animation. I really like these figures. Shadow is really great. Knuckles, I really like how they included a different expression for him. It's really nice to have re-releases of the Badniks to expand the Eggman Empire. I like the different expression for Sonic. I thought it looked weird, but I think it's kind of charming and really cute. Oh, that's a bug right there. Knuckles, watch out. Oh gosh, he's attacking Knuckles! Good job, Knuckles. One thing that I like how they kind of fixed was, compared to the Sonic 2 figure, they kind of fixed the chest fur right here. They had this weird print that was kind of annoying, but I like the new hand sculpt as well. Shadow is perfect. Absolutely awesome figure. Really like him. But mine has a defect. I'm not sure if it's all 2.5-inch shadows, but this leg right here is on backwards. You can see how the leg curves in the back, and it's in the front right here. And also, the red stripe is supposed to be on the outside of his legs. It's on the inside, and it's not on the outside right here. So this figure has a defect. I really hope that's not for all Shadow 2.5-inch figures. Now, I did make a custom expression from a spare movie Sonic 2 figure, and all I did was I painted the muzzle the correct tan color, and then I used a fine point Sharpie for the mouth, and just like that, his expression changes. Like the whole figure, it works really well. Simple mod for the figure, and that was like the easiest part. And then after that, I just dug up my old Lego buildings and made a simple setup. It's supposed to be like a night scene. And then I just did simple animation, how I've always done it. Mind you, it's been a long time, not if months, since I've done a traditional stop-motion animation myself, so I was a little rusty. Tips that I learned over the years was it's always nice to have your camera on a tripod, so it's nice and secure off the table or recording set, so you don't accidentally bump it. Using Instatacky, it's this little putty stuff that I use for the bottom of the figures so they can stand up properly and will not move if you bump them. That is a lifesaver, and it's versatile for a lot of things. Also, just realized that I left the minifigure on the balcony. Huh. Having whatever camera that you use, whether that be your phone, have a manual adjusting focus. That helps control everything so there's not a lot of flickering, and also an aperture setting that is also manual. All your camera settings, no matter what camera you use, if it's your phone, must use manual settings. And also, here's a Foxmation sneaky trick how to do camera shaking effects. You see, with the clashes that I wanted to give this kind of powerful shaking maneuver, all I do is move the camera, take a picture, move the camera, take a picture, move the camera again, take the picture, move it drastically more and more, just kind of shake it and take the picture at the same time, and that will get you that super cool shaky camera movement. So you don't have to do it in post. But man, there's a lot of things I had to do in post. This was the simple thing. It took 3 hours to animate, but you know, that's animation in general. It's a love-hate relationship that we have. So this is the editing. It's just shy of a minute. What is it? Animation-wise, a minute, 10 seconds, 11 seconds. And this is all the layers of all the effects that are done and the audio. I'm using DaVinci Resolve now. It is a wonderful program. It is free. Of course, there's a paid version, but you can use this program 100% free all the time. It works great. there's a lot of online help that I've been learning myself. One thing I will go through is how to make a stop motion animation with DaVinci Resolve. You have to import your photos and drag them and drop them into this section here first before putting them on the timeline. That is important. We'll use this example because we'll use these frames later on in the video. Just drag them here onto this, and then you can click one, go to the end, shift, left click, select all, right click, and then go to, it is change clip duration. I'll pop this window up. You can toggle on frames and then hit 2 on your keypad, then hit change. Then it changes all these frames to 2 frames per second. That's usually how I animate it. You can change it to like 4 frames, 5 frames, all that stuff. And then it has these gaps. You can hit G and it combines them all together into frames. And then it'll play out like a normal animation. That is really useful to know for this program. It's a weird quirk, but going through the animation process, you can kind of see how many different special effects are layered. So here is just raw footage with just simple sound effects right here. And then here is all the special effects that I've added to the scene enabled. I get all my sound effects from Footage Crate or Production Crate. It's a really good website. There is a paid option, like a pro, to get all their effects, but they have a lot of categories and opportunities to just get free effects. So if you just untoggle this, then this is all the stuff that you can get just for free. And whenever you download them, I highly recommend that you do an MOV PNG codec file. This will make the effect transparent, so when you drop it into the editor, you don't have to do any chroma keying or green screen. It is super helpful when you download it in that format. This program, it allows you to change like the colors of the effects and all the different timing and everything. There's a lot more professionals that know how to do it, but those are just kind of the basics. You can drag and drop effects, and of course sound effects. Now the big thing I wanted to do is Shadow's famous Chaos Control maneuver, and also he's wielding Chaos Spear effect. So to get that effect, I wanted he stops time, basically, but you can still see him in color as he's moving. That's a traditional effect in film. And my program gets a little laggy when it goes into this section, but all these are just different effects. Pop in, made horizontally in the scene here. In order to achieve this effect, I had to make Shadow a separate layer. So this layer here is the scene, just the colors adjusted. Shadow himself is a PNG image here. And so what I had to do, that's why we will go back to this little sequence here that we've just made when showing off how to make a stop motion with this program. This is the raw footage of him using Chaos Spear. And normally I would have animated a character maybe on a green background and use green screen, or that'd be a little bit easier to erase the green in a lot of art programs. But I wanted to, since it was only for a certain amount of frames, I wanted to animate him in the scene to give the proper lighting effect, so he wasn't sticking out so much, if that makes any sense. It was a pain to manually cut out Shadow for all these frames, but you know what? Put on some of your favorite OSTs in the background and an hour flies by really fast. Knuckles' Flaming Fists of Disaster. Some of you have catched on. Yes, this is a Knuckles series Easter egg. Yeah, I do like Knuckles with Flaming Fists. That's pretty cool. That was like the only good thing about the series. This sequence right here, of course, is built of different effects, where there's the flame, which is of course downloaded from Production Crate. Knuckles' fist is a PNG cutout from the figure, just off to the side. And then this animated effect from Production Crate as well, which you may recognize I did use in Sonic Classics, if everyone remembers that. The full series of that can be found on my archive channel, linking down below. And his simple effectiveness of boom, he deals the punch, flash of white, and then boom, slow motion scene, speed lines, anime style. That's my favorite thing because it's so easy to make. And the last thing to touch upon is the voice acting. It was done by me and my good friend Daniel Somerville. He really likes voice acting, especially movie Knuckles. He does a great job. I just came up with a script really fast on the whim because I wanted to get to the animation. I wanted to focus on the action scene, of course, but I wanted a little interaction, and I made interaction kind of a parody of how all the Sonic characters get confused between Sonic and Shadow, and in SA2 everyone was mistaken Sonic for Shadow, and kind of playing that here, what could potentially happen in the movie. And also just to kind of give Knuckles an inclusion, because I wanted to try to include all the main characters in the figure pack that I just bought to kind of showcase them. And Knuckles, he's not stupid, of course, but it was just kind of fun to write in this little short. Normally my friend Daniel, he's a better writer, and he wrote a entire Sonic fan fiction, 3 seasons, called Sonic Multiverse. You should watch it on the Cookie Crew Productions channel. Season 3 is coming out later this year. Please, I am dying after working on that project. But yeah, that's kind of it. Kind of showcase. Those are my big secrets. Those are kind of the behind the scenes of this project. It was super fun to make. It's over a minute of animation, and it took 3 days to make. Yeah, this is why I'm retired.